let's use this definition to find the derivative of different functions. Let's start with the easiest one. That is, what if we're asked to find the derivative of a constant function? Say, f of x is equal to 9. Okay, so as you can see here, we have two different functions, f of x and f of x plus h. It means, kailangan marunong tayong mag-evaluate ng functions. We have discussed evaluating functions way back in general mathematics, wherein we will replace x with another value or another expression. So, for the sake of discussion, recall lang natin, if we have f of x is equal to 9, and you are asked to find f of x plus h, it means that the x here will be replaced with x plus h. So it means that if we have f of x equals 9, lahat ng variable na x dito papalitan ng x plus h. But since this time, there's no variable x here, wala tayong papalitan ng x plus h. Which means that f of x equals 9 and f of x plus h is also equal to 9. So let's substitute that here on our formula for finding the derivative. So the derivative of f of x is equal to the limit of f of x plus h, we have solved that earlier, which is equal to 9. So limit of 9 minus 9, saan ko nakuha to? Galing dito sa given natin. All over h, which is given here, as h approaches 0. But as you could see, we will have, pag nag-evaluate tayo agad, this will become an indeterminate. So, hindi pwedeng diretso na mag-substitute. So, let's first simplify it. So, the derivative of f of x is equal to the limit of. So, simplify natin. 9 minus 9, that's 0, over h, as h approaches 0. Again, we can still simplify 0 over h. So, the derivative of f of x is equal to the limit of, when we say 0 divided by h, that's basically 0, as h approaches 0. So, let's recall from our previous discussions, the limit of a constant is always the constant itself. Therefore, the derivative of f of x is equal to 0. Ibig sabihin, our final answer is this one. So the derivative of f of x equals 9 is equal to 0. What does it mean? The slope of the tangent line to the function f of x equals 9 is equal to 0. So, let's recall, ano nga ba yung itsura ng line kapag 0 ang slope? That would be a horizontal line. That's right. Okay? So, that's for our first example. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message through Neil. Now, let's have another example. Let's keep it simple. Kanina, wala siyang variable. So, lagyan naman natin ng variable. What if we're asked to find the derivative of f of x equals 5x? So, this time, meron tayong linear function. It's not a constant function anymore kasi, as you could see, meron tayo ditong variable x. Okay? So, first, balik tayo dun sa f of x plus h. So, balik tayo dito kay scratch paper. So I have to find f of x plus h, which means that I will have to replace all the x's on the original function with x plus h. So, papalitan natin yung x na to ng x plus h and another x na to with x plus h. Okay. Then, we have to simplify. So, simplify natin. F of x plus h is equal to, so distribute lang natin si 5. So, that is 5 times x, this becomes 5x. 5 times h, that is 5h. Now, we're ready to find the derivative. So, balik tayo sa ating derivative. Derivative of f of x is equal to the limit of f of x plus h. So, f of x plus h is this one. So, we will have 5x plus 5h minus f of x, which is 5x, all over h as h approaches 0. I would like to apologize for my handwriting. Di talaga ako sanay magsulat dito. Okay, so again, the same way as what we have done on the previous example, let's first simplify the numerator. So f prime of x equals the limit of, so let's combine like terms. That would be 5x minus 5x, which will give us 0. And then, what will remain is just the 5h over h as h approaches 0. Again, if we evaluate this limit, what we will get will eventually be 0 over 0, which is indeterminate form. So, hindi pwede yun. So, what we do is we simplify this further. So, paano natin isi-simplify further? As you could see, si 5h over h, pareho silang may h. So, we could cancel that out. So, this becomes 1, 1. That is, the derivative of f of x is equal to the limit of, so 5 times 1, this becomes 5, over 1, that's still 5, as h approaches 0. So as you could see, we have another limit of a constant. And then again, the limit of a constant is the constant itself. So f prime of x is equal to 5, which means that the derivative of f of x equals 5x is equal to 5. Ta-da!